Hello, this is Mike at TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Coachman Mirada 32 SS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you've plenty of room for your awnings to come in and out. On your off campsite, you're going to have a slide to leave room for. Big long slide, but I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit on your last storage area. Power cord is stored in there, and then your docking station is going to be right in front of your tire on your off campsite or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park your coordinates to utilize facilities. Once you arrive, unhook the hitch. First thing we do is go inside and level your unit. Alright, coming up beside the unit, coming back over to the driver's side here. We'll turn it on and off over here. We're going to have the key in it. Turn the key to on position. Turn on our auto leveling system. And then we're just going to touch, it says engage the parking brake. Push the parking brake in. And now we're just going to touch auto. Auto is going to start running down our auto leveling system. You can hear them as they're going down right now. We'll go outside and take a look at them. The back one went down, jacking over to this side a little bit. Rocking them back and forth. Run down your auto leveling system. So once all four of them are down, the inside panel will flash. The unit will be level and stable. We can hook up our power and water. Again, power cord will store inside here. Now you can run your cord down through here so that your storage area can stay closed. Big long 50 amp cord there. Should you need 50 to 30 amp dog bone, we call it, or amperage reducer, or a 30 to 15 in case you need to plug into a 110 at home. Get your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. At campsites, we're going to hook up to the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40-50 psi, protecting lines in your unit. Always use this when putting fluid into your unit because you don't know the water pressure at different campsites. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. So this will turn on from the basement light inside. Here's your water filter. You don't have to put a filter in there. A lot of times they plug up from the different campsite water, but that's where that would go, and this will change that out. Outdoor shower, hot and cold controls for that. Fresh tank fills, city tank. Sewer tank flush. When we're dumping our black and gray tanks, we'll talk about flushing them out. Our low point drains, we're draining out right now from all of our water tests. Your water pump is right there. Your black and gray tanks, we'll talk about those when leaving the campsite. So again, just on this side, hot water heater, storage and storage with power. Coming back down our off campsite again. These you can run all those water hoses down through just by opening these up. It's our generator. We'll go inside and start that up. You can also start and stop that from out here. This will pull up off here. Just by giving it a good pull. And we can start and stop it out here. If you do that from out here, we're going to prime it first. Pushing down until I see that light come on. That's the whole start. Start right off. Now you don't want to turn this on and turn it immediately off. You want to give it 30 seconds or so to running. That's just not good for them to turn them right on and off. I'll leave this here. We'll start it from indoors as well before we're done here. Tons more storage there. It's the access panel. The auto leveling system. Here's our side view camera. Up front, push that in, that'll open them up. You can pull this towards you and down for your fluids. Come down our campsite, our big awnings. We got an outdoor entertainment center. Make sure you keep these locked. A lot of these locks you have to pull both at the same time, so sorry for that view, but got a television out here. Storage here. A DVD CD player. Your inverter. There's a flue for your furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. Two, steer clear. That does get hot when you're running it. This is where you fill our propane. We got 110s. More storage. Cooking area back there. There's your Quick Connect LP. 4. Our little griddle area. Over here, got that kitchen area. In here is the storage of the griddle. We'll stand and take and sit on. That's our cooking area out here. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there a few times a year. Check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Got a backup camera. There's where you fuel your unleaded fuel up. And that about covers everything out here. Let's go open the slide up and check the inside out. Alright, so coming up inside the unit, first thing I always like to point out is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone in this camp with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway. Immediately to my left, got a bunch of lights we can turn on here. Here is our battery disconnect. That would disconnect all the battery power to the unit. Lights. This is your inverter. 110. And then your house batteries for most of this power are right up underneath here. Yeah. Alright, coming up inside the unit, I'm going to head right on down the hallway here. Right above your TV. Here's going to be your control panel. I'm going to go right up to the right. Slide room control, we're going to touch out. Watch your feet where you're standing, because this is one big slide. Slides all the way out. I'll go ahead and continue here in this control panel. Over here is where you'll turn on your water heater if hooked to gas, your water heater if hooked to electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Here's where you turn on your TV antenna. Here's where you can turn on your water pump. And here's where you check the levels of your tanks. There's your gas, brand new battery, fresh, black, and gray tanks, auxiliary tank if you had one. Here's another spot to start your generator. Listen quietly. If you can hear that running from here. I'll let that run for a second as I said before. Over here it's showing what we're running on right now. Shut that off. It covers everything in there. Some more storage. Let's come back to our doorway. So up above our doorway, we've got our awnings. On your awnings, got them ran out already. You're gonna want to run these out just until your flap falls down. If you hold your finger down, those will continue to run themselves out and start running themselves up backwards. So keep an eye on them when you're running them out. Make sure you don't run them out further than you need to. Run these back in here. Look up here, see if I can get the front one in. Yeah, so you don't want to run these out. That flap will fall down. Sometimes it sticks because it's humid. Come back in. You can also have your bunk lift over here for your bunk area. Let's bring that down. Alright, come from your bunk. Got all of your standard hookups up here. Everything basic forward here. Again, your leveling system. It's an extra cushion to turn this into a bed. Release your table here. Bring this down. You remove these cushions and this will sit down below it. Big sofa here. Let's turn on your air real quick. Make that AC up. Make sure on your AC you have quick dumps on the ends. Now you'll notice as I cycle through and shut off the air, generally the air will shut off rather quickly. There it goes. Now I'm going to turn on the heat. See here the furnace running. You hear that right there. Alright, there's that running. Now you'll notice when you shut off your furnace, it does take a few minutes for the furnace fan to cycle through before it shuts off. Television here, again, do the same with all the TVs. Arrive, run a local channel scan, pick up your local channels. Down below that, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through and make it brighter or dimmer. The biggest thing now is to crank up the heat. If it's chilly, there's a timer. If it's chilly in the morning or evening, and if you're at a campsite, instead of turning on the gas, turn on this electric heater. This will get it toasty in here in no time. Down below your fridge real quick is your breaker box and fuses. A ton of 15s, a couple 5s, and a 10. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go. Whirlpool fridge. Bed here. Our Whirlpool fridge has locks. Try to find our controls on this. Just right there. But you do have these travel locks. Make sure you use those. Self-explanatory microwave. There goes your heat shutting off. There's your microwave working. Got a nice cover for your stove. When we turn this light, hit your spark. When your gas is on, that's how those will light. Same thing down here. Turn that to pilot light, get inside there and light that up. Pops back on. Travel. Your sinks. Plumbing to maintain. You know, you are bouncing a house down the road quite a bit driving in a motorhome. So keep an eye on things. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Make sure all the fittings stay nice and tight. Just look for any areas of moisture as you're traveling. Covers everything out here. We do have an antenna to crank up and your smoke alarm. We'll go back into our bathroom area. You want to make sure your nice glass doors are snapped closed for travel. 110 with GFCI reset here. Same thing with some more plumbing under your sink. Just keep an eye on that stuff. Hand crank open. Exhaust vent here. Actually, you can. Oh, these are lighting. I thought one of those was set for the fan. Tons of storage. Sliding doors that you want to secure back for travel. Yeah, hooks right up in there. Emergency escape door, or window, excuse me. You do have storage under your bed for a short little table that looks like it'll sit up in between your driving seats up there. Tons more storage. A separate thermostat. I think for this AC back here. Let's turn that on cool. Oh, cool high. Back to cool. There it is. That's for your separate AC. That off. Your television in here has storage back behind it. Very cool. Nice system there. Again, more storage. And that about covers everything in here. So let's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. I can start by hitting the lights. So if I come to my control panel and shut off all these lights, I know most of the lights that are left are accent lights that I need to walk through and individually shut off. Work my way forward, make sure all of my lights are off. There's that. My kitchen lights. I think they're around here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So all my accent lights are off. Now I'll just turn back on my living room and say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. Very important that all these closet doors are actually snap closed, not just sitting like this, because going down the road they can bounce, and then when you go to open things up they break. So make sure everything's snapped nice and closed. Nothing's in the way of our slide. Come back to our control panel. Wash your feet and hit slide room in. Slides in, set that antenna back off. Back out. Get my lights on the way out. Back to the unit. One thing I do want to mention on these automatic steps is first they have to be turned on. When you open your unit, don't be in a rush to hop on those. Give them time to pop out. These ones are actually pretty quick. Here's your on off for that. And this is a basement light that I was telling you about for the docking area. I'll leave that on so I can show you that when I get back over there. Alright. If we are at a campsite, we will unhook our power, water, cable, and bring up our stabilizing jacks. So let's go up inside and do that real quick. So back in our driver's seat, we're going to turn our key on. And turn on our stabilizing system. Now we're going to hit retract all jacks. Can you read that? Touch that. And that's going to start bringing up all those stabilizing jacks. Here, you can probably see them coming up right now. There you go. Then head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be just in front of your tires on your driver's side. Get there, you got 10-foot hose coming to your convenience pack. Hook that up here, and the first thing I'm going to do is pull this black handle. That's going to be our sewage. Once that sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. Shows empty, come back out here, leave that black tank open, grab the hose at the dump station, hook up to this sewer tank flush. Again, emphasizing leaving that handle open, turn that tank flush on and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's gonna wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, remove that hose, make sure all that washout you has put in there has drained, then you can close that black handle and pull your gray handle. Now while my grays are going, I'll go ahead and dump my low point drains. If we're going to be done camping for the season, get this stagnant water out of here, or get this water out of here so it doesn't get stagnant. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Now be careful, hot water is going to come out of there. When that's done, close that down, otherwise your door won't even close. And then you can pull this drain plug for residual hot water. But yeah, keep the water out of there so that it don't get all stagnant on you. When that's done, close your gray, take your sewage hose, store it in a convenient sanitary place, and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Mirada for many years to come. Happy camping.